Hello! So this week we got to read Amal Unbound by Aisha Saeed, and this book really kind of helped me understand what was going on in other places of the world. Because I know that people in other countries, they aren't as developed as the United States, but sometimes in this book I swear it was like a reality check of how different things can be. So this book takes place in Pakistan, and there are so many issues that the United States used to have, but it's still relevant in Pakistan today. For example, women's rights. In the book, Amal is the main character, and she is lucky enough to have an education. She was able to go to school, but when her sister was born, she was quickly put into the position of taking care of her mother. It wasn't even like she had a chance to fight for her education. She just kind of did it. And the reality of it was that it wasn't important for her to know how to read, which is just so shocking to me that someone can be stripped from such a necessary thing in today's society. Also, so that kind of goes into education. Education isn't always provided, I guess, in Pakistan. It's always a chance for people to do stuff, but a lot of people aren't capable of getting the help that they need for many reasons. One example being how how the Khan family basically he made this adult literacy center, which sounds amazing to be able to give education to older people who weren't able to have it before, but because of power and reasons that aren't the best, people aren't wanting to do it. So it's just so much about power that influences this, which then goes into something that is just shocking to me, and I think it would be shocking to a lot of readers, is the fact that indentured servants are still a thing in countries today. How if you are in debt, you are just sent away from your family, and you are helping someone by basically getting loans back out, but you have to pay to live there, and it's just such a tricky system, and people get stuck in it all the time. But I really like how Saeed, the author of this book, really made us realize that it's happening in society today by including technology in it. How Amal will be in her room with a book and someone will come in on their cell phone talking. I think that is how it hit me, and I think it's how it hit a lot of readers as well when they're reading this book and realizing that this is an issue that happens today. This wasn't 50 years ago, it wasn't 100 years ago. There's cell phone, there's email. It's happening today, and I think the inclusion in that is really powerful. But one thing that I also really like about this book is that Saeed made Amal a very relatable character. I think she has the ability to empower so many people who are reading this because she isn't perfect. She says things she doesn't want to say sometimes, and she catches herself, but she still says it. She does stuff that is wrong. She takes books. She refuses to give a fruit to someone who just hit her with a car, even though that's not really wrong, but that's how power is today. But I think that her imperfections can help people realize that they are capable of doing things as well. They aren't being they aren't being taken away from being able to do stuff because they don't have power, because Amal didn't, and she made a very big impact.